Oh, my beautiful Christar family. Whew. This is such an incredible time that I want to do more live events in order to be here with each and every one of you as we're going through all of this. So I just wanted to do just another very short video just to check in with all of you. Right now, we're being activated by a lot of energies, but I also want to give a little bit of an insight of some of the other things that we're feeling. And also just to encourage all of you, you guys are my Christar family of light. You are the flame holders, the blue flame holders. This is not easy. This is not something that has been accomplished over one lifetime. And I actually just came across the quote and posted it on the Telegram that, that beautiful saying that says, um, you know, when we actually remember that we have literally succeeded and made it through 100% of every challenge we've ever been through. Here we are. We have a great track record of surviving all of it. And the truth is, here we are. We are also fully and completely surviving all of these galactic wars and these galactic histories. Even though we go in and remember these records, we're also remembering here we are. Here I am. So high five to all of you, my amazing, incredible Christar family, because we are holding the flame, we are holding the light, we are re-accessing all of the records again and embedding them back onto the earth plane. But there's some other stuff going on that I really wanted to highlight for you guys. And that is some of the under the surface battles that are going on. There is a lot of turmoil going on the planet, and it's under the surface. We're not really seeing this other than if you know how to read between the lines through some of even the political things that are going on the planet right now, the attempts of life that are happening to individuals, the full-blown tactics that are being revealed through many of the three-letter organizations that are out there are revealing some massive, massive, massive negative alien agendas, dark fallen angelic agendas. We're seeing a lot of the red trident wave energy. This is the cube system. This is the reincarnation and the recycling system that is tying in through the planetary bodies of Mars, Pluto, and the moon that have been encasing our consciousness here by these Luciferic and fallen angelic forces. And what we want to recognize is that even if we're not being really aware of everything that's happening in the earth plane right now, if you are choosing to be a neutral, compassionate witness, but also not watching any of the dramas that are going on in the earth, that's fine. But I guarantee you 100% you're feeling it anyways, because we're in a collective consciousness field. And this is really coming through our dreamscape as well. And right now, we have gates highlighted in the dream rave. So within human design, there's also something known as your dream rave, which is your dream body. What gates are activated during the time when you sleep. So your dreams. And we are having a massive activation in the eighth gate. So I'm going to actually share a bunch of screens. We're going to have a little fun. This is going to be pretty short just because I wanted to hop on and at least bring your guys' awareness a little bit to some of the bigger picture things that are going on. We have all of these typhoon tunnels, we have all of these jump gates, we have all of these hijacked stargates that are on the planet. And we're little by little, I think, getting to the awareness that these gates jump directly to the moon, to Mars, and to other asteroids, other planetary bodies within our solar system. We're starting to get more of our spiritual adulthood back in that says, oh, yeah, that's right. We're here on Earth, but Earth is connected to the body of the solar system, and there are jump gates. And these jump gates are hidden underneath universities, churches, different structures. Most of them are in the inner Earth areas, so tunnels. And this is where all the secrecy is, right? Who has access to these? Who's controlling these? Well, these are Leviathan forces. These are truly the dark of the dark that run the satanic and luciferic forces here on the planet. And they have been really battling over their last stronghold of control. And we're going to show this through the Treaty of Altair. I want to highlight this just because we're having an alignment to this with our full moon tomorrow. So when we look at this, what are the guardian races doing? What are the guardian forces doing right now? What is this battle we're feeling, even if we don't know what's going on? Why are we so overwhelmed right now? Why do we feel so inundated? Why do we feel like all of these waves of thoughts? There's so many of you that are getting hit with sometimes frustration. I want to give up. There's depression. It's overwhelmed. Your body's feeling a lot. You're having a hard time sleeping. You're getting massive headaches. I'm getting all of this feedback from you guys, and I'm aware of it. I'm watching it. What's happening in these fields is the guardians have been working tirelessly to not only move sacred portal points, sacred attachment points that these negative aliens have been using here. So when we think of the parallel system, the fallen system, and the phantom systems that have been siphoning energy off of our living life Earth, we know that they've been using sacred sites for this for a very long time. And so a lot of these are jump gates or stargates. So they're access points to other dimensional points and timelines. And the Guardians have been working tirelessly to actually move those portals, move those jump gates. And I don't think we even have an inkling of an idea of how difficult that is. Any of you that do ley line work, any of you that do a lot of grid work, you know that it can be done, that a group can get together and intentionally begin to energetically attune into a ley line and begin to move it. It takes a bit of effort to be able to do that for sure. And so this is massive. We're talking about portal entrances that are specifically like, say, Stonehenge, which we talk about a lot, especially when it comes to looking at clearing the seals and implants. We know Stonehenge has been a massive siphoning point and tether point to the organic earth, and that energy center has been moved. There's massive forces that have been moving some of the Leviathan forces out of the Black Forest, and I'm not going to get into that, but just tap into your energy when you recognize what families own those areas on the earth, how we don't have access to it, what kind of rituals are done there, what kind of rituals are done in the other forests. You're gonna start to understand, why am I feeling all of this? Why am I feeling all that's going on? They need us, we need us more than ever. And I'm asking you guys to just take a breath, utilize your gifts, utilize your tools to just keep coming in to seeing the bigger picture, recognizing that you have survived absolutely every challenge that you've ever been through in all your incarnations, because guess what? Here you are, and you are aware, you are conscious, you are gathering your soul fragments and your soul shards and your soul parts back, and we are restoring the crystal light. So with this, we always want to remember that love, the light of the crystal does all the work. We really just need to attune to it, to remember it, to not let ourselves get sucked in to these mind slides of feeling overwhelmed or wanting to give up, because that's really one of their tools to try to work with us. So I'm so proud of you guys. You guys are amazing. You guys, I wish I could physically hug each and every one of you for all of the diligence, dedication, and the work that you are doing, because as we continue to hold the space, we need to hold the space. We want to recognize, please, with so much love, I ask you to toss out every inkling of programming you've ever had in your head, and please just recognize, what type of energy would it take to really be able to stand out in a public platform to take on the Leviathan and the demonic and the satanic forces? And when we recognize that most of us as a Christar family are doing this in our smaller venues, smaller platforms, smaller energy areas, most Christar beings, let's just be really honest, are just fortifying our own space, right? We're just basically holding space in order to maintain our own template. But when we really look at what it takes to rattle awake the consciousness through these stellar activations, we want to recognize that we are going to probably see a lot of individuals doing massive Christar work on the planet that we might not agree with their tactics, their personality. We might be programmed with opinions about them. There is a lot going on, but we are seeing this happen in big ways in multiple countries. And the ones that are able to really start to turn around and shut down these forces have to step into political positions in order to do it. As much as we can hold sacred space and meditate, we can hold the energy, but there are physical things that need to change. Otherwise, we are literally going to be pulled into a planetary concentration camp. That is the plan. That is the negative alien agenda. It always has been. They basically want us tagged, barcoded, and numbered. It never has been any different than that. And I know this is a little bit of an out there, like just a bit of a harsh message today as far as tapping into this energy, but here is why. We have a full moon coming. Tomorrow's our full moon. Our full moon is coming right before the beautiful sacred Magdalene Day. We know that the moon is one of the primary hijacked satellites within our system, and we've been breaking the programs on it because the moon literally has the ability to create craziness across the planet, ride the waves and create a bunch of craziness, right? So within this, let me go ahead and share a couple of things, and let's kind of play with some of the ways in which we get to be of guidance and assistance at this time. So I'm going to start here just to show this energy. You guys, we have, I'll do my best. I saw in the last video, I moved the little arrow too much. So as we get to see right here, Uranus, Mars, they are now really starting to separate their energy from each other, but within human design, they are still both within the gate 8. Mars, very, very short amount of time that it's going to still be in the gate 8. I'll pull up this over here just so you can see Mars. It's already in 8.6. So by tomorrow, it should be moving out of the 8th gate. The 8th gate is all about creativity, inspiration. It is about your ability to express yourself, that wild, crazy, beautiful ray of light that you are, that wants to just bring all of the beauty and the dreams, that unicorn stellar nation, right? To bring all of that beautiful dreams to the world, many times feels caged by the belief systems, by society's structures. Oh, well, if I do that, people will think I'm crazy, or if I do that, I'll stand out, or if I do that, they won't like me, they won't love me. And so it is that innate fear we have inside to express ourselves when we really want to. That part of us that maybe loves to sing and play the guitar, but literally freezes. And if somebody was to hand you a guitar and say, here, play me a song, it'd be like, oh, no, 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 I can't. I don't know how to play. I don't know how to sing. I don't know how. It's that creativity within us, that creative spark that actually is the dream necessary for the new future that gets shut down. Right. So, but we have Uranus and Mars that's been in here. So it's been encouraging us to be ourselves out loud. So within this, as we get to look at this, we're also going to be really looking at now what is going on with Sun, Moon, and then we see Moon conjunct Pluto. So here we go. We have Uranus and Mars that are in the gate 8, but they're starting to alleviate. We know that Uranus is still with Algol. I think we've talked algal to as much as about any of us really need in order to understand it. So what I do want to say about Uranus and Mars is that the gate 8 is actually a dream rave gate, and it activates the light body field. Okay, so the light body field is the field of energy that is most connected to the crystalline nodes in our personality crystal of our human design chart. So when dream rave gates get activated in the light field, it starts to illuminate our personality. So our ego, our personality, and it starts to illuminate all the places we are either being restricted from expressing ourselves authentically, or where are we starting to recognize aspects of ourselves that we're ready to bring out publicly into the collective dream. So when we work with light field activations really bring a ton of dreams, especially activated in the gate 6, which is where Mars is. And this starts to unlock a lot of our potential, a lot of our lifetimes, or a lot of our communion with the guardians, the guides. Last night was so intense for me because I just didn't sleep. I was just pretty much in that lucid state all night, fully aware of being in bed, but also fully aware of all the realms as they were really starting to download a lot of information on how to begin to present and share Rasha Body with you guys. We're doing the Seals and Implants course. It starts tomorrow. But this is leading into us really recognizing ourselves as blue flame holders and recognizing ourselves as activators, these adepts that are stepping into activating Rasha Body, and all the different Rasha Bodies we're activating. Rasha Body is our dark mother template, and it's our light body. It is the template of which all templates are emerged from. And we're recreating this because it is the Rasha Body. It is the dark mother template. I'll slow down here. That is the hijacked energy. It is the hijacked energy from a lot of these reversal tactics, machineries, seals, and implants. And so as we start to connect into what are your dreams showing you, no judgment. If they're showing you restriction, great, work with it. Clear that out in your template. If they're showing you access, memories, ways to work with things, lock it in, embrace it. Use the power of Uranus in the gate 8 right now to just be your wild, authentic, crazy self out loud. Now is the time. We have so much happening in the shadows. And the more that we be the authentic crystal light out loud, the less we are trying to hide from fear of what may happen, so that we actually empower the guardian forces and those that are actually working alongside these guardians for these very difficult agendas. There are individuals out there that are working on this that are literally getting bombarded. Some of them barely hanging on right now because of how much they're moving through the body. And so again, if it is not your calling to pay attention to what is going on in the environment, It's fine. It's okay. But know that right now you can be the greatest support and medic team for the Crystar races that are in the trenches right now. And I ask of that for all of you. And here, let's dive into this. So I just want to say, oh, love you guys. Love you. Look at all of you here. I just love you so much. Keith, we have Angela, Eric, Cody, we have Mandy, Kendrick, Danielle, Darlene, Stephen, love you guys so much. I know you guys are just the pillars. So I want to say thank you for all the support you are giving as a lending hound for everyone. So let's look at this other chart here. Come on. I want to pull this one up. So as we get to look at this particular energy, we know Uranus is in a conjunction to Algol, but I also wanted to show that it's contraparallel to Arcturus. So contraparallel is actually a degree alignment. And so what this is actually adding on an astrological way is it's actually saying that Algol has a ray or a vibration it's bringing to the Arcturian energy. So we have a lot of our guardian Arcturian families that have been supporting the seventh Stargate that are assisting. Right? What is the seventh Stargate? It is where all the Jehovian seals are implanted along the seventh Axitonial lines. But we also have our phantom Arcturian Anunnaki family lineages who have been the ones perpetuating this fallen angelic imprisonment. Basically, the seals are ways to keep us in a frequency fence, keep the cattle locked in, keep the cattle dumbed down. That's what this has been. So we know Algol in a contraparallel to this is going to be amplifying an energy of us breaking away, dissipating, or shutting down these frequency fences. I just wanted to highlight that as a beautiful thing. Sun is not necessarily in an alignment to a star nation that is going to be influencing us particularly, but now I want to touch into, grab this one to this, and we're going to get to see over here that Moon and Pluto are going to be in conjunction tomorrow. So this is tomorrow's wheel because tomorrow is the full moon. The full moon is going to be actually within the energy. It's going to be kind of slipping between Sagittarius and Capricorn in the true sky. If you're looking at the tropical, this is going to be in Aquarius. So take it as you will. Whatever system you use, stick to that system, whatever's comfortable for you to work with. But just know in the true sky, it's going to be more in the Sagittarian cusp to the Capricorn energy. Okay. So what this is dogmas, beliefs, breaking free from structures. Now it's also amplifying Pluto. Pluto is another one of those red trident inverted 7D violet race planetary bodies that has been used to project limitation and subservience into us, always feeling like think about this as the crucifixion. We're going into a whole presentation tomorrow on seals and implants, but crucifixion implants are all about making you think that, oh, well, if you're a savior, then you got to be a martyr, then you got to suffer, then you got to hang on a cross, then you have to be in pain. That it's all of these energies that mean we have to bleed for our cause, kind of an energy. And we're breaking that free from the Pluto. Pluto really kind of holds that to us. It holds hidden all of our golden shadows, if you will. It holds hidden all of our treasures, our gifts and abilities, and makes us think we have to go through all these thresholds and go through all these battles, right? The hero battles in order to accomplish these, when in truth, there are your inherent right, and all of our fears, insecurities, limitations, and past lives are actually just the programmings of these negative alien agendas that have been keeping us feeling as though we're not good enough. And it is time to be done with that 100%. So within that, we're going to see that this is in a conjunction to Altair right here. So I'm going to slip over here, and I want to show you guys something, because if you have the Voyagers books, this is really important. We talk about the Treaty of Altair quite a bit, but what the Treaty of Altair is it was really after we have the Luciferian invasions. So actually, let me show you guys one more thing over here. If you go to the Ascension glossary, oh, I got rid of it. Timeline, we're gonna look up its timeline trigger events. Pull that up, historical timeline trigger events. So if we actually look this up over here, you're gonna see about 26,000 years ago. So it was right around the time that the J seals were put in. We have the Luciferian rebellion. This is when the fallen angelics were really fighting to shut out all the Christic races and to overtake the system. That they wanted their rule, their dominion, their law. They wanted to be the full dominion over the earth plane. We know that right after that, not much further after that, we have the massive huntings of the Christos races. So the huntings, the Aeoni massacres, these are going to be the Celtic, the Druids. These are going to be massive, just bloodthirst annihilations upon the planet, that they were just wanting to wipe out all Christos races in order for their law, their rule, and their dominion to take place. Well, the Christos races were coming up with plans to know that even within the Anunnaki forces and the fallen angelic forces, not all agree with the tyrants, like the full psychopaths that are really running this, that there are the ones that are just the bloodthirsty, that this is it, dominion, everything. But there are always going to be those that ride a little bit more on the fence or don't always agree or even kind of dance back and forth. We've seen Toth do that a lot. So now we want to recognize that the Christos races actually started to work. And this was the Treaty of Altair. Altair in the Aquila constellation. In this planetary body, there's a lot of councils that meet there. This is, it is kind of like a rough and tumble kind of council, like all types meet here. We have everything from reptilian to Draco races that'll meet, Anunnaki races that'll meet, Christos races. It is kind of neutral, but kind of not neutral there when these councils get together. And there was a treaty proposed by the angelic Christos councils. So as we look at this, we can say that when the Christos founders, Emerald Covenant races refused to submit to the Anunnaki self-serving demand of dominion over humanity's right to freedom and equality, the Anunnaki legions of the 1992 Pleiadian-Sirian agreements all defected, except for Enoch's group. Okay, so you're going to have to go in. We're not going to do a whole class on this right now. But basically, to understand, this is very recent, very, very, very recent history. So there was the ascension cycles that were supposed to happen in the 2012. There was a whole group of these fallen angelics that were attempting to throw off the timelines, and they thought they had time. So they actually agreed to this Treaty of Altair to buy themselves more time, and then basically they defected. So you'll see it here that they agreed upon the Treaty of Altair, but then most of the defecting Anunnaki groups basically pulled out of the agreement, so that it basically it just was, they agreed to it to buy themselves more time so that they could put more plans in place in order to keep taking over. And this is why we didn't go through all that ascension cycle the way the timeline showed in the Voyagers books originally, and we have it pushed out, is because this is an ongoing battle, you guys. I don't know how else to keep reminding you guys or sharing with you with love that this isn't something we're reading in galactic history. It's happening right now. We're watching it on the news. And I say, don't watch the news. If you're going to watch the beings that are out there that have the awareness in their sights, that are seeing with their eye, their third eye wide open. And we have way too many cameras. So the technology that they use to get us is the very same technology that we can use to begin to have 100 camera views of exactly what's going on, so these beings can't hide anymore either. So we're flushing the fallen arthropods out of their shadows so that we can begin to say, no, I do not consent. We can amplify our intentions of love and Christos light to support those that are willing to take them on head on. And so that we can continually be the tenders as the blue flame holders for the organic stargates for all souls to return back home. So I wanted to highlight the Treaty of Altair was a really big deal. And it is a pain signature in our history as well. We have this, again, conjunct Pluto. This is why I wanted to bring it up, is because we're looking at this full moon highlighting in the gate 60, which is the gate of constriction. It's showing us all the places these fallen angelics are wanting to hold and not let go of the control of the earth. They want to actually lock us down even more. They want to limit our abilities. They want to restrict us even more. They want us to just be and do exactly like they say, completely against the gate 8 or the gene key 8, where our Uranus is right now. So I wanted to highlight this for you guys because this is happening on an energetic level. We know Magdalene Day is coming. This is really special because as you connect to the Divine Mothers, the Rasha body, the Rasha lay body is the Divine Mother template. So we're bringing her Starry Night back in. They've been putting a false holographic Starry Night over us, and we're getting Mother's corrected Starry Night template back, which is the true rays of the stars that empower us. Every one that we receive the rays, it awakens us more. So as you embrace that vibrational energy, we're activating the energy through these divine cosmic mothers. And what better time, you guys, than now to tap into the energy of Divine Magdalene, the Divine Marys, the Divine Starfire holders, these divine cosmic mothers that truly hold within their template the sound tones, of the correction. So these are mantras, these are sound tones, these are energies. And even if you just wanted to utilize the sound tone, ka, ra, ya, sa, ta, ha, la. Ka, ra, ya, sa, ta, ha, la. Ka, ra, ya, sa, ta, ha, la. This is very special. It will be such a powerful energy with the intention of connecting to this energy. We are connecting to the radiance of the eternal flame, the Elasa light of the core domain sun. And as we receive these lights, these photons, and these frequencies, we have to be the ones that open our heart to receive them. They're not just something that you're going to go stand outside in the sunshine and go like, okay, do it. Everything's about activating our heart. So with that, the Guardians have nudged me, as I've said, to create the seals and implant clearing course. This is more than just going through seals and implants and clearings. This is going to be really current time. What is happening now? What is happening with the waves, the rays? What is happening with the inner earth and the aurora portals? So this is going to be completely beyond just looking at seals and implants that you could do a bunch of research and figure out what that is. We're going to be looking at where they tie to, what layers in our planetary bodies, what gates these are connected to within your body, what are the sound tones to work with them to begin to dissipate them and clear them. And we're looking at the current energy, because even at the time when we first started to learn about the Jehovian seals, the energy that we have available now wasn't even available then. So we have new vibrations and sound tones and mantras to work with to begin to clear these. These are things that are very important. This is going to be a resource for you to continuously come back to, dive into, that I'm going to keep upgrading. I'm making this at a cost for everybody that is honestly less than a one-on-one session. I'm doing this more as a vibration of love, as basically just a fair exchange of energy for my time to put this, but more as a dedication to a bigger purpose for all of us. My hope is that you can take this information, use it for yourself, use it for your loved ones, use it for your clients, use it for your ancestors, however you choose or are guided, that this is our gift and ability to kind of take our pillar of light to the next level. I invite you with so much love, connect to the Divine Mothers right now. Imagine if they were there surrounding you, holding you, loving you. What would change in your energy field? Even if you're sitting at home all by yourself, maybe going through whatever you're going through, and you feel all alone in that moment, you're going to let thoughts and energies infiltrate your consciousness. But if you actually started to imagine that you had all the Divine Mothers sitting all around you, what would you change in the way you're thinking, the way you're sitting, the way you are consciously being? We want to start to invite them to always be with us. Invite your Crystar families. Invite the councils to always be around you. Invite your higher self to literally always be right there. That we want to imagine that the Hall of Mirrors is 100% all around us all the time, so that there isn't a moment that we feel like, oh, I'm just going to take a break from all of this. That we start to recognize, I'm not going to let my shields down, not for a moment. I am going to be the pillar of light, the pillar of first cause light. And so it is. So, oh, I love this. Oh, we got Joseph over here saying Dragon Warrior here. Woohoo! I love that. Hello, Jason. Oh, love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for all the love, all the encouragement, and for being so willing to hear these messages that really they're not always easy to hear. For sure. I know we want to hear like, yay, we did it, it's all over. And on a future timeline, it is. It is. And that's what we're doing. We're attuning to the future timelines. I want to share one last thing with you guys, and then I'm going to hop off and go share sacred space in sessions today, but be preparing for our presentation tomorrow. So please, I'm going to be putting links below. Just go to withbecca.com. I'm actually, let me just one more time, because I feel like as many times as I show this, I still have a lot of people that ask, well, where do I go? Where do I log in? What do I do? So I just want to show, again, if you go to my website, withbecca.com, it's literally right on the front page. I put it front and center. You can't miss it. Seals and implants clearing. The first class is free. If you just go on to this landing page here where you would sign up, the first intro video is free, and then the first class is free. Check it out. See if it's something that resonates for you. I would be so honored to share this journey with you. So you can just click on here. And these two, how to work with the course, a little bit about what the course is, and then the Zoom link for joining in free tomorrow. It's at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So within that, just go ahead and you can just use this right here to log right in. And again, that was just from the withbecca.com, just right on the front page of my website. And the last thing I want to share with you guys, just completely, totally random and different, but always just utilizing and working with many of the beautiful sacred geometries and technologies. Many of you know I have an absolute love for shungite. Many of you also have a divine love for the shungite. It's a great teacher for us on how things just transcend. transmute. There's nothing about clearing or dissolving. It just transmutes. So I got the idea. I have shungite powder that I got. Now, if you don't have shungite powder, it's okay. If you get the rougher shungite, it is, you know how it gets all over your fingers. Well, what I did is I took shungite powder and then I put it in a clear nail polish. But now you can see the nail polish has actually got all of the shungite in there, and my fingers are actually, I really need to redo them. But what I've done is I've actually taken shungite and painted it onto all my fingers. Um, so it's another way other than just wearing it, say, as a necklace, but I've painted it on all my fingers and all my toes. And so now every time I'm typing on the computer, I have even just that extra energy. Every time I'm waving it around in my field, I have that extra energy of the shungite to really help be balancing with a lot of the frequencies and the EMF. So it's just a really fun, kind of silly way to work with it. But I'm always looking for new fun ways to play with it, and I will just keep passing it on as I do. So with so much love, you guys, I love you so, so much. I will see you tomorrow. Please join in. I'm looking forward to sharing this journey with you. Tomorrow is the full moon. It just happens to fall on that day. Please meditate on any of this energy in any way that you're called. Anything that does not resonate for you, just toss it right out. Not even a thing to worry about. I love you guys so much. I'll see